Hi everybody, this is BookLooms from Instagram, and today we are going to be making this miniature Katniss Everdeen doll. I made this Katniss doll back in July, and now I'm finally getting around to making a tutorial. So the first thing we're going to do is make Katniss's hair extension. So we are going to be using 5 single bands. So we're just going to be placing one band on our loom, one at a time, like we're making a single chain. So we are going to take another band and wrap this one around 4 times. So now we're going to take our hook, we're going to go in and loop forward. And for this Katniss doll, we only need one hair extension, and that's going to represent her braid. So now we can take our hair extension off the loom, and we can just place it to the side. So the next thing we're going to do, since we just made Katniss's hair extension, is we are going to make Katniss's arms. So today I will be using Rainbow Loom Web Store Special Simplicity Black just to make it pop a little bit more. But then I also have the Rainbow Loom regular black. So you can really use any black that you want. So we're going to be taking now, instead of one band at a time, 2 bands at a time. And we're going to go down twice with 2 bands. And then once we've gone down twice, we're going to take one single skin tone band and wrap it around 5 times if we can. So we're going to do the same thing on the other side. We are going to take 2 bands at a time. And wrap this around 5 times. And now we can start to loop. So we're going to reach in underneath, pull up our bands, just like we did for the arms. Not the arms, I'm sorry, the hair. Okay, so now we're going to start laying our bands on the loom. So we're going to be taking 2 bands at a time, and we are going to place 2 bands here, 2 brown bands here, 2 brown bands here, 2 brown bands here, 2 skin colored bands here, here, and now 2 skin colored bands here. And now we're going to fill in the middle with our skin colored bands. Okay, and now we are going to use 2 more skin colored bands for her neck. Excuse me. So, now we're going to put 2 black bands here 2 black bands here. We're going to keep placing our 2 black bands. Actually, we're going to take both of these off for a second, because something that's optional is, if you would like, you can take, because Katniss has her Mockingjay pin, you can take 1 gold band, wrap it around 5 times, then take your 2 black bands and try to slide this on to represent her Mockingjay pin. And then you would just put that here. And then you can put these on again. So now we can put 2 bands here. And 2 bands here. And now we're going to start the legs. So we're going to go down twice again. With your leg color, I'm using gray. Then you can take 2 more for the shoes. And you can wrap this around 4 times. So now we can start adding all the details. So we can take our arms off of the hook, or whatever you put it back on, and you're just going to put it 1 here and 1 on the other side. And now we can add her hair. So you're just going to take that strand and place it on whichever side you want. I think I'm going to do the right side today. Actually, you know what? I'm going to try the left side because we're probably going to have to wind up flipping this around. But either side will work fine. And now we can start with the eyes. So for the eyes, what you're going to do is you're going to take 2 little pony beads and string them onto a piece of dental floss. And I learned this technique from my friend Loom's Creations. And if it wasn't for her, I would not even know how to make a figure. So thank you, Loom's Creations. So you're going to wait until you have both of those on. You're going to take your band, go through, and go through with a floss. It might take a second. And you're going to thread this on. And if you do not have pony beads, what you can do is go check out Loom's Creations, because she will show you how to create some amazing figures. So thank you, Loom's. So now we can start laying our cap band. So we are actually only going to have to do one capping band. And I'm going to try to twist this band around itself twice. And now go like this. And then since this band is a little tighter, stretch it all the way over. But if your band isn't as tight, you can just lay it like you normally would. So now we're going to start looping our figurine. So we're going to go in through the bottom shoe bands, grab the bottom two, and we're going to want to loop forward. So now we can loop up these two sets of gray bands. And we're going to repeat the same exact thing on the other side. So go in through your cap band. So once we get to this point, what we can do is pull these two bands to the center. And sometimes when I'm using thicker bands, I do one band at a time, just so I don't get tangled up. So now what we can do is we're going to go in on our left side and loop up, go in on our right side, loop up, and now we can pull back the capping band and go up. And this might be a little tight, so you just got to push it down. Go through this. And I only got one. Okay, so now we're going to reach in through all these bands. And if it helps, what you can do is pull back the arm until you see those two bands. And you're going to want to tug and pull them into the center. And then reach this cap band back. Oops. And tug, pull them into the center. And now we are going to go back in through all these bands until you can find the final two. So go in and loop forward. And it might take you a minute. Oops. But I got both. And now this one shouldn't be too hard to loop forward. Okay, so now that we've looped the body forward, what we can do is reach in through the neck. Grab those bands. So now that we've looped the neck forward, we can loop the face forward. So we reach in and we take the top two bands. Now we reach in again. And now we pull these to the left. And you want to make sure you loop this one so then she won't have a bald spot. So you can stretch out the hair and pull these into the center. And now, in order to make this more of like a charm, what we can do is take 2 brown bands, reach in with our hook. Actually, just take 1 brown band. And make a slip knot. So now that our Katniss is secured, we can take her off of our loom. Alright, so you can choose whichever side you like best. If you want her to have the Mockingjay pin, you would choose this side, and if you don't, then you can pop the eyes through and you can choose this side. So, thank you guys so much for watching, and oh, you know what? I forgot to do something. We can tuck in the slip knot, unless you want to make it a charm to like hang on your backpack or something. But if you just want it as like a little decoration, you can tuck it in. So thank you guys for watching, and please, if you guys make this, please tag me on Instagram. And I also have, if you guys like the show Once Upon a Time, I also just made an Emma tutorial, so you guys can make her too, and I will put the link for that in the description of this video. So please show me your Katnisses, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.